What's up, guys? I'm back today with another Legend Bowl video on the channel. And in today's video, we're going to be back with another testing Legend Bowl simulation stats months later. So if you guys have not seen the first video, I'll leave the link in the top right corner at some point during the video so you guys can check that out if you are interested. But I did this already, 15-minute quarters, went through the entire season, simulated the stats, and checked out what we would end up with. So if you guys did not see that video, I'll give it away a little bit, but the top quarterback ended up throwing for over 6,700 yards, I'm pretty sure, and 70 touchdowns. So I'll have to see what happens in today's video, see if the stats end up being kind of more realistic with NFL stats, or if we end up with some crazy stats again. So I'll have to see what happens. And if you guys have not seen any of my other simulations or any of my experiment videos I've done, I think a lot of the teams that I've used, or I have a ton of upcoming experiment videos, but a lot of the teams that I use never make the playoffs that I use or pick in the simulations or the experiments. So hopefully, maybe in this episode, we'll finally make the playoffs with one of our teams that we pick for the simulation. But who knows? So anyways, we'll see what these stats end up. We'll check out some of the stats for the league. But one of the main things I really focus on or look at is the quarterback stats. I think those are definitely inflated, but we'll have to see what happens in today's episode. So we'll sim through the rest of the season, like I said, and then we'll sim through the playoffs, see what team ends up winning it all, and then like I said, we'll check out the playoffs, or we'll check out the stats and everything like that. So it looks like another team that I picked is not going to make the playoffs. The Rough Riders, we're not going to the playoffs. Very disappointed. You guys can check out the teams that ended up making the playoffs and getting a bye as well. So a little bit of a disappointing start to that one, that we end up not making the playoffs. You guys can see we finished 6-10 on the season. Absolutely terrible. You guys can see the Coastal Division. The winner went 7-9. Absolutely crazy. But top teams, the Liberty in the Metro Division, going 14-2 right there. Looks like the Western Conference is looking a little bit better than the other side. So you guys can see quarterback 66-88 for yards passing and 79 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. Absolutely crazy. And the most interceptions being 25. So 79 touchdowns is crazy. Beats the last number that I said before. You guys can check out some of the rushing stats. We're going to go through everything else. One of the main things, like I said, I wanted to really check out was the passing stats. Those are one of the most important things that I really wanted to look at and see if they were similar. I'm pretty sure the top wide receiver last time had 23 touchdown receptions. This one, 21. But you guys can see Jacksonville with two of the top ones with 21 and 16 for two different receivers. Absolutely crazy right there. But I think the quarterback threw almost 70 touchdowns as well. So that makes sense. One thing I would love to see maybe bumped up a little bit in the future for the future updates or something like that would be sack stats. I feel like I didn't even see what the top sack was, but I don't even think they had double digits. I want to say it might have been 9 or something like that. I totally missed it, but I think the sacks are way too low for simulation. 16 games, 15-minute quarters. I feel like we should be up there in towards regular NFL stats, at least in the teens. The top player should be at least in the teens. So I definitely would like to see that bumped up a little bit. But other than that, I feel like the stats are pretty good. Clearly, what are this, the Coyotes or whatever, 4,100 yards punting, a lot more attempts than everybody else. Is absolutely crazy. We're going to go through here, check out some of the stats, punt returns, kick returns, everything like that. And then we will sim through a couple players with 2 punt returns on their season. And then we will sim through the playoffs, see what team's going to win it all, and we'll go from there. But you guys can see our team stats, 33 touchdowns, 16 interceptions. Not a bad year, but I guess it's a bad year in terms of Legend Bowl. And some of our receivers, no one with 1,000 yards as well. Defensively, 5 sacks isn't too bad. 4 interceptions for our top guy. I think we had a couple touchdowns, or maybe no touchdowns. Our kicker was absolutely horrible. 29 for 51. Are you kidding me? 56.9% field goal percentage. That is absolutely terrible. What was this guy? 85 kick accuracy, and I don't even know what to say. 29 for 51. That is insane. Terrible stats there. But that is our team stats. Not very good. Like I said, we finished 6-10. Not great. But anyways, that is pretty much going to be it for this video. Just going to be simming through the rest of the playoffs, seeing what team ended up coming out on top. And that is pretty much where we're going to end this one off. So anyways, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to see any more simulations or experiment videos, leave it down in the comment section. I have a couple coming up forward over the next month. But I'm also interested in making more of them because I love doing some of these simulations and experiment videos on Legend Bowl and seeing some of the crazy stats that we end up with. So if you guys have any suggestions, you guys can see Miami coming out on top, and the Sharks, they finished 8-8, so pretty crazy. But anyways, that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video.